In a village where the mountains touched the sky and the forests whispered secrets of old, lived a young adventurer named Milo. Milo had always been captivated by the stories his grandfather told him, tales of mythical treasures hidden deep within the enchanted woods that bordered their village. Among these treasures, the most legendary was the Lost Moonstone, a gem said to glow with the light of 1,000 stars and grant its finder unimaginable wisdom and power. One crisp autumn morning, as the golden leaves danced in the breeze, Milo's curiosity could no longer be contained. With a knapsack full of supplies and his grandfather's stories echoing in his mind, he set out to uncover the truth behind the legendary Moonstone. The villagers watched with a mix of concern and admiration as Milo ventured into the forest. The path ahead bathed in the soft light of dawn. The forest was a world unto itself, its trees towering like ancient guardians. Sunlight filtered through the canopy, casting dappled patterns on the forest floor. Milo walked with determination, guided by a sense of adventure and the faint hope that the legends were true. As he ventured deeper, the forest began to change. The trees grew taller, their trunks twisted and gnarled as if shaped by ancient magic. The air was filled with the songs of unseen birds and the rustle of leaves underfoot. Milo followed a narrow path that wound through the underbrush, his eyes scanning for any signs that might lead him to the Moonstone. Hours passed, and just as Milo began to wonder if the legends were mere tales, he stumbled upon a clearing unlike any he had seen before. At its center stood a majestic tree, its bark shimmering with a silvery hue and its branches adorned with delicate, glowing flowers. Beneath the tree, nestled among the roots, was a small, weathered chest covered in moss and ivy. With a sense of awe and excitement, Milo approached the chest. His fingers trembled as he brushed away the ivy and opened the lid, revealing an old parchment map inside. The map depicted a route leading deeper into the forest, with a series of symbols and landmarks that seemed to hint at the location of the Moonstone. Taking a deep breath, Milo carefully folded the map and placed it in his knapsack. The discovery renewed his resolve, and he set off once more, following the path indicated on the map. As he walked, the forest seemed to come alive with magic. Trees with leaves of gold and silver whispered ancient songs, and streams of crystal-clear water shimmered with ethereal light. The journey was not without its challenges. Milo faced rivers too wide to leap across, thorny thickets that tore at his clothes, and steep hills that tested his endurance. But each obstacle only strengthened his determination. Along the way, he encountered creatures that seemed to be drawn from the pages of his grandfather's stories. Gentle deer with antlers that glowed like moonbeams, mischievous sprites that giggled from behind leaves, and a wise old tortoise that offered cryptic advice. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the forest was bathed in twilight, Milo found himself at the entrance of a dark cave. The map indicated that this was the final landmark before the Moonstone's hiding place. A sense of both excitement and trepidation filled him as he peered into the cave's shadowy depths. Taking a torch from his knapsack, Milo lit it and stepped cautiously into the cave. The walls glistened with veins of crystal, reflecting the torchlight in a kaleidoscope of colors. The air grew cool and damp, and the sound of dripping water echoed around him. With each step, Milo felt as though he was drawing closer to the heart of the forest's mystery. As he ventured deeper into the cave, the path narrowed, and the floor began to slope downward. Milo's torch flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls. His heart pounded with anticipation, for he knew that the Moonstone could be just around the next bend. And then, in the faint glow of his torch, Milo saw it. A soft, ethereal light emanating from a chamber ahead. His breath caught in his throat as he approached, the light growing brighter with each step. He entered the chamber, and there, atop a pedestal of intricately carved stone, lay the Moonstone. It was more beautiful than he could have ever imagined, a gem that seemed to capture the essence of the night sky within its depths. The Moonstone pulsed with a gentle glow, casting a serene light that filled the chamber. Milo reached out to touch the Moonstone, his hand trembling with awe and excitement. But just as his fingers brushed the gem's surface, a rumbling sound echoed through the cave, and the ground began to tremble beneath his feet. The walls around him shimmered with strange symbols that pulsed in time with the moonstone's light. Suddenly, a voice, deep and resonant, filled the chamber, speaking words in a language Milo could not understand. The light of the moonstone intensified, and the air crackled with energy. Milo felt a force pulling him closer to the gem, as if the moonstone itself was drawing him into its mysterious power. And then, with a blinding flash of light, everything went silent. The world around Milo spun into darkness, leaving him suspended in a void where time and space seemed to blur. The moonstone's light enveloped him, its glow piercing through the shadows like a beacon of ancient power. As the radiance subsided, Milo found himself standing in a place that defied description, a realm that existed beyond the boundaries of the ordinary world. Before him stretched a vast landscape bathed in the soft light of an eternal twilight. The sky shimmered with hues of lavender and indigo, and distant mountains loomed like shadowy sentinels. A river of liquid light flowed gently through the land, its surface reflecting the stars above in a dance of shimmering brilliance. The air was filled with the gentle hum of magic, resonating with a sense of timeless wonder. Milo took a tentative step forward, his senses tingling with the unfamiliar energy that surrounded him. The ground beneath his feet was cool and smooth, like polished stone, and the distant sounds of birdsong and rustling leaves whispered of a world untouched by time. As he walked, Milo realized that he was not alone. Silhouettes moved gracefully through the twilight, a procession of beings that seemed to be made of starlight and shadow, their forms shifting and ethereal. They glided through the air and across the ground with a fluid grace, their eyes glinting like fragments of the night sky. One of these beings, a figure clad in a robe that shimmered like moonlight on water, approached Milo. Its face was obscured by a veil of stars, and its voice, when it spoke, was like the soft rustle of leaves in the wind. "Welcome, Seeker of the Moonstone," the figure said, its voice resonating with a calm authority. "You have journeyed far to reach this place, and the Moonstone has brought you to the heart of its power." Milo felt a mixture of awe and trepidation as he listened to the figure's words. "Where am I?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. "What is this place?" "This is the realm of eternal twilight," the figure replied, its eyes glimmering with ancient wisdom. "A place where the Moonstone's magic holds sway, and where the boundaries between dreams and reality are thin. Here, the Moonstone's true nature can be revealed to those who seek its light." Milo's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and uncertainty. He had come seeking the Moonstone, but he had not anticipated being transported to a realm beyond his wildest imaginings. "What must I do?" he asked, his voice tinged with determination. The figure gestured toward the river of light that flowed through the land. "Follow the river, and it will lead you to the source of the Moonstone's power. There, you will face a choice, one that will determine the nature of the wisdom and power you seek." With a nod of gratitude, Milo turned toward the river, its shimmering surface beckoning him forward. As he walked along its banks, the landscape around him shifted and changed, revealing glimpses of distant memories and forgotten dreams. He saw visions of his village, his family, and the adventures that had shaped his journey. Each vision was like a fragment of a story, woven into the fabric of the realm. The river guided Milo to a grove of ancient trees whose branches reached out like welcoming arms. At the center of the grove stood a stone altar, upon which rested a crystal chalice filled with a liquid that glowed with the same ethereal light as the Moonstone. The air around the altar hummed with a soft, melodic energy, and the ground beneath Milo's feet pulsed with the rhythm of an ancient heartbeat. As he approached the altar, the robed figure appeared beside him once more. "This chalice holds the essence of the Moonstone's power," the figure said, its voice gentle yet commanding. "To claim its wisdom, you must drink from it. But beware, for the Moonstone's magic is not without its price. You must choose what you seek, knowledge, strength, or unity, and accept the consequences of your choice." Milo gazed at the chalice, its surface shimmering with a kaleidoscope of colors. He knew that his decision would shape not only his destiny but also the destiny of those who would come after him. With a deep breath, he reached for the chalice, feeling the cool weight of the crystal in his hand. As he lifted it to his lips, he closed his eyes and whispered his choice to the stars. And then, as the liquid touched his tongue, the world around him erupted in a blaze of light and sound. The air crackled with energy, and the ground beneath him trembled with the force of ancient magic. Visions of forgotten realms and untold stories surged through his mind, each one a fragment of the Moonstone's power. When the light finally faded, Milo found himself standing on the shores of the river once more, the chalice empty in his hand. The robed figure watched him with a serene expression, its eyes glinting with a knowing light. "You have made your choice, and the Moonstone's power is now yours," the figure said. "Use it wisely, for the path ahead is fraught with challenges and opportunities. Remember that the Moonstone's magic is a gift and a responsibility, and its true power lies in the choices you make." As the figure's words echoed in his mind, Milo felt a surge of determination and purpose. He knew that his journey was far from over, that the Moonstone's magic would guide him through new adventures and uncharted realms. With a heart full of courage and a mind brimming with possibilities, he set off once more, ready to embrace the unknown and unlock the secrets of the lost Moonstone. And so, under the eternal twilight of the enchanted realm, Milo's adventure continued. A journey that would shape his destiny and echo through the ages as a tale of wonder, courage, and the enduring power of the Moonstone.